here. What's up, everyone? DeStefan knows magic. He knows magic. He might know Disney too, but he knows magic. That's for sure.
Nigel McGuinness magic?
Yeah.
Is there just a YouTube channel going over Nigel McGuinness?
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. Looks good. All right. Fix my levels here. Oh my god. In the chat. I gotta bring it back I gotta figure out how to do the intro thing again. But because the soundboard I did have, I sold because I thought I was never podcasting ever again. So I sold to my one, but he still works for the Ice Dog. So
beat him up.
Beat him up, yeah.
Beat him up, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whoop that trick, right? Is that what the cool kids are saying?
I whoop the trick.
I believe you do.
What's behind you? What's the blue thing? What's that blue?
This?
Yeah.
It's a Guardians of the Galaxy Cup.
Ah.
I moved this setup around because I put a TV in this room.
Oh.
So I could sit and play video games, and eventually, when I'm not broke boy fly.
Oh.
Hey, Steffi. I just sit in this chair and play video games.
All right. Fair enough. I mean, I sit here and do everything. Like, literally, I'm in the same exact setup as I am for e-fetting, except I have the green screen behind me, which now it's, like, propped up back there.
And you got One Piece artwork.
Yeah, my artwork's too high. my screen poster's way too fucking high.
Here's my favorite thing, right? So remember I told you that one of Brittany's friends met Rhea Ripley?
Yeah.
So for Christmas, she bought all of us this picture of her meeting Rhea Ripley. And it's all over. It's like in two different places in her house. So this is where it sits in the room.
Yeah.
So I just laid it down for the podcast, but
that's funny. Yeah. Anyways, I guess we can get started here.
And then this figure, you're the most jealous of. I'm sorry.
Yes. And I got to make sure that these work here. Oh yeah, they're coming up on screen. There you go. Look at that. There's Jackie. All right, perfect. All right, we good. You can start whenever you want. I'll hit the record button now.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to a very special hype edition of Elite POV, where it's podcast time, and you know what that means. And we are in the aftermath of AEW's WrestleMania, which
I'm convinced.
AEW.
I'm convinced.
Revolution.
Tony Khan said it. He said it before. He'll say it again. I'm on the boat. I know we interviewed Ty and Sammy.
They said double or nothing.
It's Revolution. I don't care. I'm sorry, Revolution. Ty, Sammy. I'm sorry. It's Revolution. Yep. My God, last night was nuts.
Yep. I'm Phil. That's Kyle. And we're not going to waste any time. Let's talk about Revolution that aired last night. And I know that a lot of people were having issues on Bleacher Report. I luckily
what else is new?
Had no problems.
Does that have I know that problems like every pay-per-view?
But no, it was like really not working to the point where they put it on Fight in the US.
Jesus.
So like I don't know what was going on. Luckily, I didn't have any issues. It froze once during the FTR Blackpool Combat Club Jackie Rodriguez Invitational match. But other than that, it was fine. I just exited out and came back in. But an incredible night of wrestling last night in Revolution, and so much to talk about. We're going to go through the matches and stuff like that. But Kyle, what were your overall thoughts of Revolution?
Man, last night was incredible. So, to preface, I got to see the first 2 0-hour matches, then I had hockey, and then by the time I got back to my car, I literally had the pay-per-view playing on my phone in the car on the way back.
Nice.
And when I turned it on my phone, it was the beginning of the FTR, and like it was during the freaking Legion of Doom entrance.
Oh my god, Road Warriors, baby.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, that
What
was
a cool
wild.
thing.
I had to look at traffic and look down. Like, are they coming out with? Is that Legion of Doom? I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But no, it was. So I went back after and watched the first couple of matches that I missed before, like after the pay-per-view was done. So I was up till like 1 or 2 a.m. last night. I'm exhausted right now. But man, just overall the pay-per-view was exceptional. Like it's AEW's first pay-per-view of the year, and they fucking knocked it out of the park already with this one. And we joked about it in the beginning of the show, and Tony Khan said it before that he books Revolution and he thinks it's AEW's WrestleMania, even though literally now looks like they're having stadium shows every year, possibly 3 this year. Revolution booking wise is booked almost like a WrestleMania, and they delivered almost like a WrestleMania. And I think it was also so good last night because all the wrestlers went in saying, hey, okay, this is Sting's last match pay-per-view. Let's everyone collectively go out there and put on an absolute fucking banger of a show. Let's bring it. Let's, dial in and have an unreal pay-per-view. And that's what we've seen. We just got a amazing pay-per-view that was incredible from start to finish. There's banger after banger after banger after banger. It was amazing. What about you though?
I can't agree more. And the funny thing is, you talk about you miss matches. So I watched the pre-show in the shower because I have to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm at work. So I ended up going in 2 hours late because I'm like, fuck that, bro. Wrestling's more important. You know what I mean? But
work.
So
wrestling.
The best. Yeah, exactly. So the best part of being a father and having a newborn is the entire pay-per-view goes by, Kyle. And we're just having a great time. Liam's upstairs sleeping. He's enjoying his nap. When does he start crying? Will Ospreay walks to the ring, a ding, ding, ding. Then he starts crying. And Brittany's like, can you get me a bottle? And I was like, oh. So I had it on my iPad. I'm like upstairs, like holding it.
Here's what you're handing a beer over.
I'm like, listen. Brittany's like, what are you doing? I'm like, this is more important right now. Is Will Ospreay and Takeshita, okay?
You just handed me shampoo. I don't know. You figure it out.
No, not shampoo. Like
I know.
Oh,
I'm just saying, like,
yeah, giving Liam his bottle. Like, all right, here. And it's just, man. And then the crazy thing is, and like I said this before, I was never a WCW guy. Hated WCW, right? And so Sting, I never had this like emotional attachment to Sting, but his run in AEW has been so good, and I know a lot of people have this emotional attachment to Sting. So like, the main event was awesome. I rewatched the main event just before we started recording, and I rewatched Ospreay and Takeshita when I got home at like 4 today. So those are definitely my 2 favorites of the night. But it was just overall an incredible night. There was only really one thing I didn't like about the night, and that was that weird scramble. But that's not their fault. It was supposed to be another match, and it just got kind of thrown together. I do wish they would have switched the scramble and the women's tag match on the pre-show because it was really good. I don't know if you got a chance to watch that yet. That women's tag match is really, really good. And they got a lot of time. I was like, oh, shit.
So I kind of skipped through it, but this is where I was kind of upset a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And see, look at this. Clearly, AEW fans can talk about a product and not think it's just perfect all the way through. We also have criticisms. Yeah. Imagine that. Mm-hmm. Anyways, it doesn't look like Julia Hart is injured. So I was confused as to why she didn't defend the belt on this pay-per-view. Why?
Well, she's coming back off injury.
So was this, do you think, a way that they slowly are transitioning her back so they don't, like, something doesn't happen? Because,
and I think the story they're telling is Willow's gonna get the next title shot, but I'm sure that like Statlander wants it.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe that'll cause like some tension between them.
It was interesting because I thought they could have done it in a way where obviously one of the two are going to win the next TV. Like they're going to be either Statlander's going to win her belt back, or it's going to be Willow's time, which I really hope it's Willow's time. But I think what they could have done was have the match where it's going to be like she should have defended the belt against the person that's not going to win the belt next. And you could have had Sky Blue in Julia's corner and the other one in the other corner. You could have done something like that to at least have like another one-on-one women's match on the card. I only thought that they were going to do a tag match. I'm like, okay, Julia's maybe not 100%. They're going to kind of lay off.
She probably isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Julia has gotten really good, but I don't like there was moments in that match where I'm like, is she actually hurt? Like she was selling her ribs. She did like a slam to Willow using Willow's like own body weight as momentum, and she like grabbed her ribs in a weird way, and then the ref got close and checked her.
I hate pro wrestlers, man. They're so good at selling, man. It's fucking ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. But here it's a little thing. So like the ref like immediately went over to her, like and she like was like and I was like, wait a minute, did she like pull something maybe? And then she rolled out of the ring awkwardly. So I was like, did she like pull something when she slammed Willow? But she ended up doing the moonsault right after that. So I'm like, all right, I guess she's okay enough to do that. But we know how wrestlers are with their adrenaline. I mean, we'll get to the Darby stuff at the end, but like, it's what they put themselves through. So, but I don't know. I thought the tag match was awesome. And I mean, even the fucking random huge tag match was cool.
I tried to look as to why Willie Mack was there and I couldn't find it. Am I missing something here?
It was something on Rampage where Jarrett's group and Private Party and Willie Mack. So Private Party is looking for a third to be a trio.
Oh, okay.
So I think Willie Mack is trying to be in their trio. And then the three of them teamed up with Jarrett's group to fit. It was just a match to showcase Bullet Club Gold and the Acclaim. That's all it was. And people are like getting all crazy about it and like all the stupid discourse about they're not using Jay White right. It's like, bro, there's so much going on right now. He was also in a main event title match in November. Like, let's fucking take a break.
If
the Acclaimed are the most popular group in the company.
If people are saying that about Jay White, then you have to bring the same energy for anyone else. Like, you got to bring the same energy for Roderick Strong. Oh, Roderick Strong's in a faction. They're not using him right. Bitch, you just won a title.
Well, no, the whole thing is like it's like a jokey faction, but it's like,
but you gotta switch it up.
Yeah, you gotta switch it up. Like, there's a lot going on in AEW. There's a million belts. Bullet Club Gold are the trios champs for Ring of Honor, and then Acclaimed and Billy Gunn are the trios champs for AEW. So like, there's clearly something happening where they're probably going to merge those titles, and someone's turning on somebody, and they're telling the story. They're making the Max Caster thing into a storyline. With him you got to give it time. And then Jay White cuts this great promo, and then come to find out that at Big Business, which is next Wednesday,
look at that,
not this coming Wednesday. He's fighting Darby Allin. So it's like, relax, bro.
But let's be real here. The people that are complaining aren't the ones watching the product 98% of the time.
Yeah.
For real.
And so, like Isaac's saying, people don't know what Jay White planned or agreed to when he came in. Here's another thing. The people who are bitching about this probably don't even know who Jay White is.
Yeah.
They're just seeing it on fucking Twitter, and they're like, oh, Jay White.
They probably couldn't name you 3 of Jay White's New Japan title matches without Googling it.
But this is a weird thing about wrestling fans and why they fucking piss me off and they're stupid. It's like, so at Full Gear, when he was facing MJF, because clearly Adam Cole got hurt, so that got thrown up in the air. They were like, well, why is Jay White getting a title shot? What is his stories? Fucking Ice Cube's stupid kid. Oh, where are all the fucking promo packages? Oh my God. Oh my. So you know what they're doing? They put Jay White and Bullet Club Gold with the most popular act in AEW, which is the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. Look at their reactions. And they're developing a relationship with Jay White in the American audience. And then when it frees up, he'll go after another title. Everything is kind of like, everyone is busy. Orange Cassidy with United Kingdom, Christian with the TNT title. Like, all the belts are busy in full-fledged storylines right now. And clearly this was like a hard stop for a bunch of stuff. So we'll see what it's like going forward. We have a new pay-per-view coming in April called Dynasty, where it looks like it's going to be Night of Champions because the poster has all the champions on there.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's see what happens.
Although I agree with some of the discourse, like, AW could do a little bit of a better job with, promoting someone, which is fine. But at the end of the day, when people are complaining about this, it's because they're not actively watching the product as an actual AEW fan. They're literally either watching the timeline or they're tuning in once in a while. But two, they're watching another product in the company, clearly the WWE, and they're used to how they do things over there, and they're expecting it to happen in this company. When they've said it since day fucking one, this is the alternative. If you don't know what that means, please dictionary the fucking word alternative before you come at AEW with your stupid fucking... I'm sick and tired of it. You can tell I'm on one today. Like, I am sick and tired of logging on to this fucking app and seeing the stupid discourse that people have against this company, which is absolutely wild to me. And it's
always on pay-per-view weekends.
It's like,
don't you notice that?
It's like no other company is allowed to do anything unless it's a WWE, and it fucking drives me absolutely wild. And they're so conditioned that way over there. It's like, nope, WWE is on top. No one else can be up top. No one else is allowed to compete on top. It's them or death. It's like, that's it. You can't enjoy anything else if it's not in the WWE. You see what happens. They shit on the people that are in this company now, but as soon as they join the WWE, it's like they forget everything they fucking said about that person, and it's like, oh, you're here.
Yeah, like Jade.
Big fan of him.
Yeah, Jade was the greenest wrestler ever, and now she's the greatest wrestler of all time.
I remember people calling her overrated, and as soon as she's here, it's like, oh, you've come home, Jade. Shut the fuck up.
And Jackie, I'm sorry I said United Kingdom again. Yeah. Undisputed Kingdom, all right? Yes. Fuck, dude.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm putting it on the screen.
Fuck, bro.
Oh,
but no, it was an incredible pay-per-view. It was emotional. We had incredible match after incredible match, and let's start running them down. So the show starts off. We have Christian Cage versus Daniel Garcia for the TNT title. Now, this is my first shock of the night because I figured maybe with this being, I felt like Revolution was like a hard reset for the company. Like, let's remind you the original message of what AEW was supposed to be. I mean, the main event was a tag team match that included the Bucks, where the Bucks have said in the past, their job or what they want to do is make tag team wrestling being main event worthy, right? So it's like, oh, they're doing that there. They're honoring legends. Like we get the incredible matches in the middle. So it was a good time. But like, I really thought maybe Garcia would win. But now I'm starting to think Christian Cage might be losing that title around Father's Day. And that would be really cool. Oh my
God.
Right? I was starting to think about that fantasy booking element of that.
Hold up. What day is Father's Day this year? It's because Father's Day falls on a Sunday, right?
As a new father, I should know. I don't know these things. I'm going to get like a tie or something.
Someone put in the chat.
What do dads get? Right? The moms, we like throw a parade for moms, and dad gets like a screwdriver and a tie.
It's a screwdriver. It's hilarious because it's true.
It's true.
I remember getting my dad literally like tools that he already had.
Yeah, exactly. Here's a screwdriver.
Oh,
out of here.
Man.
But no, so like I was shocked, but I thought the match was still really good. It's crazy to see how over Daniel Garcia continues to be. He had the great jacket with the scorpions on it.
So cool.
Like with the Sting tribute. And so he was the first one out, right? He was the first one out. So I thought, oh, maybe every single wrestler is going to have a little thing for Sting. And then Christian just comes out in the black turtleneck, and I was like, oh, I guess never mind.
June 16th. Is that a Sunday, Jermazing? If that's a Sunday, that's going to be an AEW pay-per-view.
That would be Forbidden Door.
Yeah, that'll be Forbidden Door. It'll put it on Father's Day. And he's gonna lose the belt to a New Japan guy. He's going to lose the belt to Jack Perry. Oh, my God. It's going to happen.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Bro, and no, Phoenix, I don't need a ratchet set. I don't fucking use tools.
Yeah, actually, they're going to, from what I've seen, Forbidden Door is either going to fall on the weekend of the 6th, 7th, 8th, or the 22nd, 23rd, because the Mets are playing in the other weekends at home. and they don't want to coincide both and have it be a fucking shit show down there. So,
yeah. But either way, what do you think of the because you had to go back and watch it? What do you think of that first match?
oh man, that was it was interesting. There is that one time where Garcia, I think he hit the was it a pile, the one like the very very near fall, and the crowd went nuts, and I was like that. I was like, oh shit, like did they really just? Because I didn't look on Twitter to see what the result was for that match, so I thought Garcia won the bell at that point. I think it's when he hit the pile driver. And it looked like he was going to do it. But it was a great match. I didn't think I had Christian winning it in my mind, this, because I know eventually it is going to lead to, if they don't do what we just talked about, I feel like he's going to lose it to Adam Copeland eventually. And they're going to do a TLC match and whatever they call it at that point. Or maybe like a concerto match where the winner, you have to concerto your person to win.
What a fucking stipulation,
right? That'd be something they do, right? That'd be
it would be. Yeah. It would be.
So, and like I said, so with me thinking that, I'm like, okay, we're still gonna get a good match. It's still gonna give Daniel Garcia a little bit of a rub because this guy is the future of this company. Hopefully, I want him to stick around because that guy has it, right? We know he's got the wrestling ability. He's got now the charisma to pull off kind of a gimmick that really doesn't suit what he came in with, right? He didn't come in with this gimmick, and he embraced it, and now he's kind of rolling with it, and the fans adore it, right? So,
yeah. And they're telling a great story. If you guys haven't seen, go to AEW social media. They have continued the trend of doing these like backstage right after moments that they were doing for the Continental Classic. And there's a great video with Daniel Garcia and Daddy Magic after that first match. And it's really cool. Even and you see the emotion behind it, stuff like that.
Even the Kingston and Bryan Danielson one was
oh my God. That one like made me tear up.
Yeah. Like that's this is what this company is about, man. They do shit like this. It's
realism.
It's amazing. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it.
And see, that's what I love too, because it's like, and I know like a lot of WWE fans don't like this because they don't want to do the research, but you don't even like, I don't do the research. You just pay attention to the show that you're watching. Watch AEW for a few weeks.
That's what I mean.
And maybe go on Twitter like once or twice.
It's for the people
you'll know what they're talking about.
It's like, for the people who are watching every week. This is what this is for. We don't have to re-explain everything every week.
Crazy about it. Like, I'm not gonna butcher the guy's name that's Eddie Kingston's hero, but he has the match against Bryan Danielson, and people were like, "Who the hell is this guy?" You watch the show, and they go, "Oh, this is Eddie Kingston's hero." Yeah. Then you're like, "All right, that's all you need to know." There's a story. That's the story they're telling, and we could transition right into Kingston and Danielson. Another match that surprised me because I was starting to think that, like, all right, we know that there's going to be the feel-good moment of Sting winning tonight, or Sting being in a big moment where the crowd's going to be happy. So maybe we can see some of these heels win. And with Christian winning in the beginning, I was like, oh, maybe more heels will win on this pay-per-view than not.
Yeah.
Maybe Danielson will get the Continental Crown Classic Championship, which still have no fucking clue what that means. Like, you get all three belts, or do you just get the one belt?
You get all three belts.
Is it all three?
It's driving me nuts.
I have no clue.
I saw. Go ahead.
The match was great, and it was super emotional. And it's pretty cool that Eddie won, given what happened after the match, where they shake hands. Danielson holds his hand up. The one little thing I want to point out, because I remember we used to talk about this all the time when Danielson first got here, is I love that he's just like, fuck you, Vince. I'm doing the yes chance now, you piece of shit. Because he's just like, fucking yes, let's go. Like, he doesn't even hold back anymore. It's awesome. The match was great, and it was a perfect clash of styles, right? Because like Danielson, being, as Nigel McGuinness called him, the Bryan Danielson technical, which is the dumbest thing. The best technical wrestler of the year for the Bryan Danielson Award is Bryan Danielson for a second year in a row.
I need those two to have a match already, man.
Yo, all in. I'm telling you, it's happening. But like, you get that, and then the other end, you get like Eddie Kingston, right? Who, it's real to him. Like, this shit is not. He's not pretending to be a wrestler. He's like a real fighter in there. He's the only one who it's real for. But like, the match was great, and it was super emotional, and it was super hard hitting. And then we get that great segment at the end, which was cool. But what'd you think, Kyle?
Oh man, they did an excellent job with this. I wanted, like, going into the match, I really wanted Danielson to win. I think him having the Continental Classic Triple Crown whatever belts would be great until halfway through the match I was thinking about Forbidden Door and I'm like, oh, okay. So Eddie Kingston, one of those 3 belts is the New Japan Strong Belt.
Mm-hmm.
Forbidden Door's coming up. It's in New York. My man's walking into that place with the belt. So if he does lose it, I think he's going to lose it
to Gabe Kidd.
Like, this is what I don't get. Like, because he's won this, does that mean now he can't defend any of the belts separately? Like,
was it Battle of the Valley? He fought Gabe Kidd. I think it was Battle of the Valley. And for people who don't know, Gabe Kidd is a UK wrestler who is in New Japan, and he's a part of Bullet Club in New Japan, the War Dogs. And he's a maniac. He's fucking awesome. But him and Kingston are in this crazy storyline right now in New Japan. But Gabe Kidd only wants the New Japan Strong Championship. So, and he defended it against him, only that belt. And there was it was like a no contest match.
Okay, so he can't
or double count out or something like that.
So I think he's going to be defending that. He'll be defending the Ring of Honor belt at Final Battle, which I saw Phoenix. So Kimi's like really deep in the Ring of Honor now, and she knows that he will be defending at the pay-per-view. So then
I wonder who he defends against, because he's not on Ring of Honor TV like at all.
No. And what's that? That's Mania weekend that's happening? That's in what, like 3 or 4 weeks? So
couple of weeks. Maybe, I mean, hey, listen, they could start building it now because the Danielson stuff is over.
Yeah. Maybe if Yuta's back, maybe Yuta goes after him, so like Eddie Kingston's not really done with the BCC yet. I don't know. There could be someone to I'm not really paying attention too much to Ring of Honor, which I should be, but there could be someone there that's kind of primed and ready to go. I mean, Kyle Fletcher is a TV champion. Looks like he sorted out his visa issues now, so he'll be back on Ring of Honor TV, thank God. And
Ethan Page changed his story, so now he's going after the TV title instead of the world title.
Interesting.
So I wonder who they would get. I mean, they can pull people from AEW too, like people who have a history with Ring of Honor. There's plenty of people there.
Regardless, what if this becomes now the start of he loses each belt, right? Maybe
like one by one,
and then at the thing he drops it to someone from New Japan at Forbidden Door.
Gabe Kidd.
I mean, yeah, fucking give it to us, man.
It's gonna be, and I saw the one clip. They're kind of teasing Gabe Kidd taking over Bullet Club or leaving Bullet Club. Him and David Finlay are having issues, but he exactly ascended. So Wednesday we have Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay. So we'll kind of see what goes on. The one thing AEW is really good at is building pay-per-views very quickly, especially on the Ring of Honor side. I don't know why they didn't save Athena versus Nyla Rose in the greatest stipulation I've ever seen, which is a 2 out of 3 falls table match.
That's wild.
Coolest shit ever. And they just did that on a random.
How the hell have I not thought about that for my EFAG? Because I'm pretty sure I can do that.
So dope. Kyle, you did a fucking Iron Man tables match.
No, Iron Man Extreme Rules match. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the greatest thing I've ever seen, bro. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen, bro.
Yeah.
This is awesome. But yeah, so we get that emotional match, and then another match that I brought up earlier that I dubbed the Jackie Rodriguez Invitational.
All right. Yep.
FTR versus Blackpool Combat Club, Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli. And what a fucking war. Before we get to talk about how great this match is, I'm a little disappointed in FTR because BCC came out dressed like Road Warriors. And I really thought FTR was going to come out dressed like the Hart Foundation.
Oh, missed opportunity. Oh,
right?
No.
I really thought, okay, we're going in. What are they? And they just walk out in their regular gear, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn,
you're welcome,
man.
Jackie.
Damn.
Jackie, get Dax on the phone and tell him I'm disappointed.
Yo, but that match was fire.
It was good.
And that was a tag team match. That was so fucking good. And
I'm surprised who won.
Yeah.
Given that it's in the Carolinas, and they had FTR lose, and we know AEW likes to let their hometown wrestlers win.
This is where I think the rubber match is going to take place in that tournament. And I think as primed as they are, which it looks like they're going to be pivoted into that tag team title picture, I think it's going to come down to like a semifinal where it's going to be FTR and BCC, and it's going to be FTR that finally beats them to go to the finals of that tournament, and it's going to be FTR against the Young Bucks in the finals of that tournament.
Listen, I love some BCC. I just remembered I'm wearing the shirt. Jackie, look.
Hey, I have Jackie's version of that shirt still. Remember I got her one at the Toronto event? I never shipped it to her, and I forgot to bring it when I came to visit you guys last.
Whatever. But no, yeah. So like, I think that's a great idea to have the rubber match in this tournament that's going on.
Yeah.
But no, what I love too. So in just wrestling in general, right? And NXT was so good at this when there was like black and gold days, is putting importance on matches that don't have titles. So obviously, like, I mean, BCC is decorated wrestlers, career wrestlers. You have FTR, I think, is the greatest tag team of all time. Fuck Bully Ray, fucking idiot. Not even putting him on his list. You fucking named 10 tag teams. They're not even on your list. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, he's the hater.
Dudley Boy's number 1.
Yeah.
And
fuck out of
Bully
here.
Ray's number 2 as a singles guy, but he's still tag.
You don't have to think they're the greatest ever, but you don't think they're the greatest 10, one of the greatest 10. All right, bro. Let's not get crazy. But yeah, then you have FTR, and it's like it started slow, but, and this is for people in the chat listening who maybe don't watch New Japan. I had to learn this the hard way. If they're going to start booking AEW in a New Japan centric style, the matches are going to start a little slower because that is a New Japan trademark. So relax and allow the match to take you on a ride, because like the match did start slow, but it picked up, and when it picked up, it never slowed down.
I love those types of matches. I don't know about anybody. Like, even before New Japan, like NXT adopted that style for a bit too back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, I love that style where kind of it builds a story within the match as well, right? You have the story in going into the match, but then you also have the story that happens in the match. I absolutely love a slow starting match that builds in and just fucking right at the end, you get a big fucking climax ending. Amazing. Like, sign me up for that shit all day. But I didn't hate. I don't like the. What am I trying to say here? I love the slow builds. There you go.
It was great. I love that fucking Moxley and Claudio is a tag team we never thought we needed, but now we love. Like, obviously they're in the same group together, but it was like,
yeah, they work well together.
This is fucking awesome.
They really
awesome.
like work well together. So,
and they might be, but here's the thing too, like, where are the people complaining that they're misusing Jon Moxley? The 3-time AEW champion, face of the company, ace of the world.
Yeah, where's that discourse, huh?
Where's that discourse? Doesn't exist, right? Because Twitter,
I don't see it. Where?
They're not mad about that right now. They're not pretending.
Oh, there it is. Oh, no, that's not it. That's the Darby. Oh, AEW had a perfect pay-per-view, so we gotta fucking complain about Darby. Oh, my bad, guys. My bad. Okay, maybe next week we'll talk about Moxley.
So shout out to Scott in the chat. Scott and Rob were there live. They made the road trip down. Scott, tell me what you thought about the show in the chat, and I'm gonna read it out to everybody. But
and put it on the screen. There you go.
Yeah, we'll put it on the screen. But I want that too. But I want your full thoughts. Write it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's seeing the tag team moves and stuff was awesome. But it's pretty cool that we get BCC winning. It's crazy that they made Dax tap, which is interesting. I mean, Dax bladed and was just gushing blood.
Did he tap or did he pass out? I thought he passed out.
Oh, did he pass out?
I'm pretty sure he passed out, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's cool then. Yeah. He passed out.
Because that just.
I mean, it's not cool that he passed out, but it's wrestling.
You know what I love though? After the stare down, like there wasn't like a. I thought they were gonna get. I love that they didn't get in the ring and shake hands. There was just a fucking like half mutual respect, half we're gonna fucking get you next time. Stare down, and then that was it. And then BCC do what they do best. They leave in the crowd. So again, that's what makes me think, and that's what after that whole thing started, and after the whole pay-per-view, I'm like, all right, so now there's this tag team tournament. They've done this on purpose so that we're gonna get the rubber match finally in the tournament, and FTR is gonna beat BCC. Hopefully, I'd be fucking wild if they went 0-2 against them.
Yeah.
Or 0-2-1 technically, but still, I think they're gonna get the rub. And man, just we know that the people fucking want stories and backstories and all that shit. If it's FTR and Young Bucks in the finals, the story's already there. These two have a fucking massive history. The Bucks are in a dickish character that, you know, that they've never kind of done before. Like I don't remember if were the Bucks heels when they first the couple of times they faced FTR in AEW so far, or were they both?
No.
I think they were baby faces.
They were baby faces both times.
Interesting. So this will be
the first time they faced FTR. It was a face versus face match, and then the second time, it was also a face versus face match.
Oh no, Jackie's saying they were heel the second match.
The Bucks were?
Interesting. Yeah, because I thought they were in the phase of like the dickish elite phase, like when they were like when Cole came in, like around.
No,
that time.
Oh, you're right. Because right after, no. Oh, I believe you guys. Yeah. Sure. I don't remember what I did last night.
There's Scott's reaction. Amazing atmosphere. Seriously, crowd was hot all night. Building 2. Make sure Rob drinks water in Boston.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, dude,
Me and Rob are going to the Sasha Banks Mercedes Martinez debut show.
Do any of y'all have the boss time hand finger things?
No.
Oh,
like
man. So my buddy Brandon lives here, was like a massive Sasha Banks fan before he stopped watching wrestling in general. I don't know if he still has them. If he does, I'm gonna try to buy him off him.
You should.
Yeah.
I try to find them on eBay. They're like a lot of money.
I might just ask any Sasha Banks shit he has. I might just buy it off him. Or if he wants to give it away, just give it to me.
Give me all of it. Where's my Sasha Banks stuff? It's all the way up there. I don't feel like getting it. But so the next match we'll talk about, we get Orange Cassidy versus Roger Strong. Predictable ending.
Speaking of predictable,
we could all see it coming.
Hold up. But before we get into that match, speaking of predictable, I was texting Phil and Jackie before the pay-per-view, and I'm like, okay, so AEW's got to follow suit, right? It's either going to be Jon Moxley opening the pay-per-view with his theme starting first, or Orange Cassidy. Yep. They didn't either.
Yep. Nope. It was Christian and Garcia.
And I'm like,
shit. 0 for 1 to start the show. Tony was like, fuck you, Kyle.
Yeah. I heard you talking on the POV. We're watching.
Yeah, we're watching, bro. Fuck out of here. Imagine you see Tony Khan in the chat pop up.
Yep. Or like Sammy's watching again. He's just relaying the information to him.
Exactly. But yeah, so we get Orange Cassidy, Roger Strong. Roger Strong wins, but still a great match. That one bump in the corner, I thought he killed Orange Cassidy.
Oh, man.
Where he does like the backbreaker on the top rope, but Orange Cassidy like falls weird, and he's obviously like he caught himself before he fell, but like he still fell so like
that was like the spot. That was like the spot in the Osprey match where I went ooh, like I yelled ooh.
Bro, there was a spot in the Osprey match.
You know the spot I'm talking about.
My glasses. I threw my glasses across the room.
I know the spot you're thinking of, the brainbuster in the corner, right?
No, that brainbuster spot I was like, oh, but like there's we'll get to it. There's a spot I fucking threw my glasses across the room.
Okay. But back to this match.
Yeah, so it's cool that we're moving on from Orange Cassidy because I think that he's more than earned 2 things. A break. Give this man a break for the love of God. 2, a higher spot on the card. He has proven everything in all the wrestling metrics. He gets good ratings. He sells a lot of merch. He's super fucking popular. There's kids who are dressed like him in the crowd. There are adults who are dressed like him in the crowd. And it is so good that... What are we laughing at?
I'm sorry. I just thought of something. It's so stupid.
What?
You know the scene in Forrest Gump where he's running and then he's just all of a sudden stops running, looks at everyone, goes, "I'm kind of tired. I think I'm gonna go home." That's Orange Cassidy.
I'm kind of tired. Jackie, who broke Kyle? Kyle broke Kyle.
I broke myself.
But look, I'm happy for Roddy. He wins his first title, and as people in the chat have already brought up, we see the debut, or not the debut, but the return of a man I didn't think was ever going to wrestle again due to how bad his neck injury was. And that's Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle Masters, the biggest Undisputed Era fan you'll ever see. Undisputed Era / Paragon.
No, don't fucking say that word. That was the worst name in fucking history ever created. Sucks.
Right?
They knew it sucked, so they got rid of it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I hope they still own the copyright for it. So the next AEW pay-per-view is just called Paragon.
God awful.
So yeah, how do you feel about the match and the fact that your boy Kyle O'Reilly's back?
Oh man, first of all, the match was amazing. I really wanted Roddy to win. I was fucking like, you know what? Sorry, OC, take a break, baby, and just go take a break. And like you said, be back in a higher spot in the card. I think he deserves it too. I mean, we've seen him in that role before during the COVID days. Like him and Kenny Omega had that small thing, right?
Yeah.
So he has proven it before, so he can. But regardless, Kyle O'Reilly now coming back. I mean, I texted both of these two, Jackie and Phil, before too. I'm like, okay, so I'm thinking my boy Kyle O'Reilly comes back and helps him win. Interesting that they kind of teased the whole, like, I'm back but not with you guys, and then
exactly what does that mean?
In undisputed form, the frown quickly turns to a smile, and Kyle O'Reilly, man, just I don't know if it was meant that he had to look like that, but it looks like my man hasn't slept in like 8 weeks, and it looks like he's lived under a bridge for like 8 weeks.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, what's going on with everything there?
It looks like he's withering away. Like, I get it.
It is what it is. Maybe you just you want to do the long hair now, but I'm glad he's. I mean, it
was cool to see him get emotional knowing that he's been out for like 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, plus you're coming back to a fucking big crowd. Like 16,000 is not a small crowd. It's a big crowd. So,
yeah,
it hit him right. It hit him, pretty deep, and now he gets to come back. And I put myself in his shoes, right? You've been out for so long.
As a Kyle.
As a fellow Kyle here, I know exactly how he feels to a T.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I knew putting myself virtually in his shoes, I started tearing up. So basically, just picture this. Like you've been out for so long. Now you come back in Sting's retirement match pay-per-view in front of AEW's biggest crowd attendance in a North American arena so far. Not including All In. This is why I'm saying this, but and you get to do stuff with your best friends, right? The people that you've been in wrestling with for a long time. Sucks that Bobby Fish is now in MLW. It is what it is with him, but
and a lunatic.
And he gets to get skyrocketed right back into this, right? And he gets to do stuff with Cole and Roddy, and now with Taven and Mike Bennett, right? These guys have all been in the industry together for years. So, it could happen like that. It could all hit you all at once. And that's exactly what it did. And I bet you he wanted the ball more than we saw on screen. But it was a great moment. I absolutely loved it. And get another man. We're just, I need Cole to get better again. And then we need to just transcend this Undisputed Kingdom, man. They got to start doing bigger things with this group, or else they're going to fade away, and they deserve to get big things.
They're slowly starting to win all the titles they said they were going to win.
I just believe they can still do big things and not have it make it look like they're just kind of waiting for Cole to get better again. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing bigger things with BCC. The United Kingdom is just as good, I think, as a BCC and has the same star power.
You say United Kingdom, too.
Sorry. Undisputed Kingdom. But anyways, from here now, because now we know Wardlow is going to be transcended towards the AEW picture, because now he's won that match, the All-Star Scramble, which thank God, because I was like, if Jericho wins this, I'm going to throw my fucking fist through this screen. Like I was getting ready to punch it. Anyways, so you have that. You have, hopefully, Taven and Bennett retain. Unless they're going to be predominantly more on AEW TV, then you can drop them to somebody and have them maybe go into the tournament or do something. Maybe they do something with the trios belts with Kyle O'Reilly and Taven and Bennett, right? Maybe eventually that leads to that. But you need to start doing bigger things with Undisputed Kingdom, not just talking.
You know what I want to see?
What?
Eventually, I want to see what I believe to be the better version of the Undisputed Era tag team.
Yeah.
Because I think fucking Roddy is way better than Bobby Fish. And I want to see Roddy and Kyle O'Reilly be a tag team again. Because when they were in Undisputed Era, because Bobby Fish kept getting injured, it was fucking awesome.
Yep. But now he's got the international belt, so.
Yeah, he got it for now. But,
Yep.
maybe the dude, another guy, shout out to Jermazin reminding me, so much stuff happened last night. We saw a promo package for a returning Pac.
Oh,
which,
man.
Where has this man been? I was reading places that he was also dealing with an injury that has kept him out a while. So I'm happy he's coming back. He seems to be having this like crazy character still, kind of evolving it, multiple personalities, talking to himself and stuff. Maybe Pac takes that belt back, or we see Pac in big matches. But either way, I am so happy that he's coming back. We say it all the time. If AEW ever had a streaming service, the first match we'd go back, a lot of us would be Pac and Kenny in that 30-minute Iron Man match.
Yeah.
That for what random reason they were like, let's have this before Kenny has a pay-per-view match. While he's also suffering from vertigo that we didn't know at the time.
Yeah. So Isaac asked, somebody posted the question on Twitter now that Kyle O'Reilly came back, should Fish come back as well? And I was like, nah, he made his bet.
Nope.
Exactly that. He has his thoughts on the company. It is what it is. He doesn't have to come back. I don't think he will come back. Clearly, he's chosen his opinions over everything else, so it is what it is with him. So he's now in MLW, and he's going to stay there.
2024. You don't want to be here? You can get the fuck out. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Bobby Fish, you're Malachi, you're Miro. Santana
gone.
Seems to be done with AEW today. I know he had a lot of issues backstage. I feel really bad for Ortiz because I know that he wanted to bring back Proud and Powerful, but Santana didn't. Especially now, a time where like they're gonna hopefully start to focus on the tag team again. They could have really. Can you imagine
if everything kind of worked out? They could have had like a big faction, another big faction with do an LAX thing, right? With was it Diamante, Eddie Kingston, Ortiz, and Santana? Like they could have done a really cool version of LAX and AEW.
Yeah. But, send it. Ricky Starks, he can go too. If you don't want to be here, team that fucking Cody universe, they can go. Go be like what Andrade is right now. What is he doing? Probably nothing, right? Fucking go over there. Like there's
TNA, there you go. Go over there.
There's so many talented people in this company that I think that Tony Khan needs to stop focusing on the people that clearly don't want to make it work and focus on the people who do.
Which it looks like he is doing, right? Like
which is great.
Yeah.
Like, with the whole Andrade situation, like Roosh is healthy and ready to come back. Yeah. And hopefully he comes back sooner than later. Ricky Starks is great.
You see the tease with Thunder Rosa now. Thunder Rosa.
Oh yeah, with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, and Phoenix is saying Ricky and Bill were a great team. They were. But if Ricky doesn't want to be here, he can go. Keep Big Bill, though, because I think fucking Big Bill is awesome. And I don't know if everybody's just shorter in AEW, but fucking Big Cass looks like he's 10 feet tall in that fucking company. So, like, how about this? Instead of Luchasaurus, how about you put fucking Big Bill in that position? Because I think he's way better than Luchasaurus. How about you put Big Bill in that fucking meat match?
It looks
without Wardlow.
Aesthetically, it looks a lot better. Because with a guy dressed up like a lizard as opposed to the rest of the group. Like Big Bill, like
Isaac's saying Santana left because he got tired of waiting for something to happen. I mean, that's what we hear, right?
Yeah.
But also, I'm sure he probably wasn't that easy to work with either. Because I feel like he was one of the originals. So, like, why would they not want to? I mean, they probably just didn't want to work with him, like, on his own. Like, they wanted Proud and Powerful. Like, we signed a tag team.
They're not true. It was confirmed by...
Yeah,
Tony Khan confirmed it in the press conference that...
No, so I don't know if the reports were him wanting to leave. The reports were that he had left already.
Yeah.
And then Sean Ross Sapp asked Tony Khan, he said, no, he's still on the contract. But the theory is that all of Cody's friends, which Ricky Starks is one of them, want out.
Yeah. I mean, Spears...
They want to go to WWE.
There again.
Yeah.
My boy
so,
Spears,
like, and Jade left. Like, these are people that are, like, in Cody's circle.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if it's true or not. Obviously, what do we know, right? But I'm just saying, like, 2024, there are too many people coming in There are too many people who have been here. The Jungle Boys, the Darbys,
they put that
Sammy, MJF. They're all elevating to this like higher level set. Daniel Garcia.
There's that
the
list,
Wheeler Yutas.
right? There's that list that's supposed list that's gone out, like who they plan on. These are the guys we're taking this company to new heights with, right? Like the guys we're going to be main focus on, which hilariously has Okada, and he hasn't even officially signed here yet.
Yeah, I know. Love that.
But like they listed a lot of the pillars, like Darby's on there, Garcia's on there,
Hangman,
Okada,
Garcia.
like these are the guys that, and I'm fine with that. Everyone that was on the list, I'm like, yep. Okay, let's do it. Anyone that doesn't want to be here, get the fuck out. Everyone that wants to stay here, cool. Mm-hmm. We're gonna fucking make the alternative wrestling company the biggest it's ever been. Awesome. Stick around. And some of these people are looking for that. Look at Copeland, right? Perfect example. A guy who was in the WWE system forever. And he said it in interviews that he's been looking for an alternative. He was tired of the same system that he was used to in the WWE, and he wanted to do something cool, something different. He saw AEW as that place because obviously Christian, his best friend since they're kids, said, my guy, you got to come here. This is what you're looking for. You got to come over here, right? Like, this is it. And he come over, and in interviews now that he's been here, Adam Copeland is like a fucking pig in shit right now. He's happy he gets control of his character. He gets to do whatever he wants. He gets to do it his own way, and he's having the most fun he's ever had in his career. It's what it is. It's some
and
wrestlers
AEW's
love the
not perfect, right? There are issues that are still happening.
There are issues
right,
and with the perfect company, WWE.
Yeah. So it's like, but if the wrestlers don't want to be here, they can go. Because it seems like the locker room, everything we're hearing is that it's so much better. Samoa Joe mentioned it in the press conference too, like it is just a better feeling backstage. And to me, 2024 in AEW is step up or step the fuck out, because you're bringing in Will Ospreay, you're bringing in Okada, you're bringing in Mercedes. Like, you don't have time to fuck around. Like, you need to, like, these are three main eventers who have been main eventing all over the world, and they're not, like, we saw Will Ospreay's match. They ain't slowing down. Yeah. They're going at full speed. Like, Mercedes comes in, the women need to step up to her level, or she's gonna run right fucking over them.
Do you see that?
And there's a lot of women who are good enough to do it, but it's just like, people like Ricky Starks don't want to be here.
Do you see they're gonna entertain the idea of having an all-woman pay-per-view because of Mercedes coming in? Like, she is going to make an impact in this company. Like, this is.
I
hope
if they do an all-women's pay-per-view, they call it 920.
Can you imagine?
AEW 920.
I think that would receive the biggest pop in the world, though. But I'm just saying, like, they're going into it, right? If that is a talk that's been talked about, I would guess that by this time next year we would know when it is, or it's more in the news. But literally, like, and it's fine that people, if they want to leave too, right? Whatever, leave and go do what you got to do, because maybe this is not for you. Clearly, this place was not for Punk. He left and went back to WWE. That place is good for him. It is, yeah.
Bitch ass.
People that are leaving, it's not for them.
Go.
Right? Go. It's fine. You want to go to WWE. Maybe that's for you. Go.
I love Malachi, man, but if you don't want to be here, you're taking someone's spot. There's a bunch of people who aren't being used, who I want to be used. Yeah. Kip Sabian being one of them. The Dark Order being another one. Like, not saying they're going to be at the level of Malachi, but like these are spots in the roster that you could be filling with other people.
And to kind of
on the shows,
and to kind of finish this off, just for anyone out there, don't sit there and think that there's no one in WWE right now that are thinking the exact same way, right? I guarantee you, there are wrestlers in the WWE right now that are under contract that are like, shit, I kind of want to be over there. I would.
Here's
love
one that
there.
I will predict. Kevin Owens will be coming here at some point.
Yeah, Kevin Steen.
I think Kevin
the
Steen,
end of his career, 100%. Kevin Steen, yeah.
He got his money. He got his main event with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he got to win the tag belts with Sammy in an incredible story at Mania last year. And they've done fucking nothing with either of them.
Dude,
Triple H is booking.
What do you think's on his list at this point in their careers? Kenny Omega and Kevin Steen match.
Come on, bro.
believable.
Working with the Bucks,
Yeah.
working with Adam Cole, people who are his fucking some of his best friends. Like, why? So, like, yet again, you're Ricky Starks. You don't want to be here. We can replace you with somebody else.
Yeah. So
and push Big Bill because Big Bill's the man.
That's all.
But in talking about the women, we got Toni Storm versus Deonna Purrazzo. So there were many moments in this match. I was like, they're gonna fucking give it to Deonna. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Right. Tony wins, but the one thing I want to talk about first, Kyle, that Mariah May entrance, bro. What was that? What's up? That shit was so fire. I was like, wait, Toni Storm is coming out like
she
old
fooled
Toni
the fuck
Storm?
out of me. She fooled the shit out of me. I'm like, oh my god. So Deonna asked for the old Toni Storm. We're gonna get it. I'm like, okay. So I wonder if she transitions like mid match, and then when they zoom in on her face, I'm like, oh, you.
That's Mariah May.
You clever girl.
She looked just like her, bro. That shit was funny.
The gif from the original Jurassic Park. Clever girl. that was literally me. Oh man, you. And she perfection rocked that cosplay, man. She got everything. It literally looked like Toni Storm. It was 100%. Nuts how good that was. But then Toni Storm comes out with her entrance after. I'm like, okay, this is just Toni. Is there anything better than Toni Storm in wrestling right now? With her promo, did you see the clip from her presser after?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god! If tell everyone to fuck off.
You,
there's a wrecking
yeah, she said, "Thank you, Sting. Congratulations on your career. You can use my vacation home anytime you want." It's fucking hilarious, bro. I want. Like, everybody's getting a reality show, right? Like, Bianca and Montez got a reality show. I want Toni Storm and Juice Robinson, but in character.
In character, 100%.
In character.
This part. So she said in the presser, Wendy Richter, I'm going to fuck you up. And anyone else who wants my title, you can fuck off. There's a ranking system now, and you can bloody well use it. Like, perfect line. That just won the presser.
I just think it's funny that, like, at every presser, she curses. And she's always like, I'm going to fuck you up. And it's always that moment of like, oh.
You know what? If eventually Mariah, when eventually Mariah May and Toni Storm have their match, Mariah May needs to cosplay as Wendy Richter. 100%.
Just to get in her head and throw her off.
Yeah. But there's nothing better than Toni Storm in wrestling right now. I won't take fantastic. Any other discourse. Toni Storm is it. That's it.
Now, were you a little disappointed here? Me and Jackie were texting that Britt Baker didn't return here, because I was thinking, and if you watch the video of everybody clapping on stage, I'm pretty sure Britt Baker is in the back row.
Interesting.
Clapping. So I'm like, she was there, and we know that she's training to come back. We have no clue why she's been out this long.
Yeah.
Or what's going on. But I
think she didn't want to be there. She wouldn't have been there, right? She wouldn't have been there. If she really is this dead set on not being here and just kind of waiting, I don't think she would have been there. She would have been probably, if she was that angry, she would have been gladly just been at home saying, fine, I'll be at home collecting a paycheck until I get to leave. I don't think she's leaving. I think there's just...
But people are saying she's leaving?
No, just if that... I seen some discourse, but I quickly muted them.
No, there's no way, bro.
But...
I don't think she would leave.
No, but
not with Adam's still there.
You never know, man. You never know.
Not on my watch. Bro.
Maybe she's not. Well, I don't know. When like her and the Thunder Rosa shit, I still don't understand if that's fully a work or.
Bro, I don't believe any of that shit, because we watched the whole fucking reality show where Ty and Ruby were hating each other.
Yeah, I know.
And then Ty and Sammy bring their baby to TV and Ruby's taking pictures. And everybody's all like, so none of that was real, which isn't a knock on them. I just hate when they do shit like that, because it's like, this isn't fucking Love is Blind. You don't need to make fucking shitty fake drama.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe she's still injured. Maybe it was a bad injury and they're not really disclosing it.
But
right?
See, and I know like we talked about it in the Sammy Ty podcast, and I asked them, and do you think that there should be like an injury report like Real Sports? And Sammy was against it due to like storyline reasons, but like sometimes like where the fuck is Penelope Ford, bro?
Yeah,
I don't want to come on social media one day and be like, Penelope Ford released.
Yeah,
like with Santana released, like what the fuck, like where's Stu Grayson? Like, I know Hangman's about to go away. We're seeing reports with some personal
Where's
issues.
Griff Garrison?
Griff Garrison's on Ring of Honor, yeah. Like there's a bunch of people that like I want to see wrestle. Like where was Abaddon for so long? Now they're back.
I know she
on
was hurt.
TV.
She was hurt. I know for a fact she was hurt.
They were hurt.
They were hurt. Yeah, sorry. I apologize. I know. I gotta be better.
No, so like it's one of those things where like I would like it where it was like, oh, Penelope Ford out, personal reasons. All right, because I'm afraid, like I'm so in love with AEW that when people leave, I'm hurt. I'm like, because like I'm not watching WWE right now. Like there's nothing going on that is pulling me in like it was last summer with the whole Bloodline stuff. So like, if you go there, it's like I'm not going to see you anymore.
I think you're right. I hate the whole that it has to be a discourse of, oh, you just never know. It could be a story or work. No, but if it's not, then tell us.
Yeah.
If it's not, then
like,
it's like
obviously they're
undisclosed
Baker
injury.
wanting to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. But like, say it's an injury. Say it's so like like a timetable. Like obviously we know Jamie Hayter's out with an injury.
That's probably it though. They don't want us to know the exact timetable of the return. Because then some people can just be like they can just look it up, talk to a doctor or whatever, and be like, hey, what's the timeline for this kind of injury? So they can match it up, and it creates that.
Not necessarily.
Factor.
John Cena tore his fucking pectoral, and he came back in like 3.5 weeks.
Not everybody's John Cena though.
All right.
I know that guy. That guy could tear his ACL and be back next week on Raw.
But yeah, so that's true. With a terrible hairline, bro. Yeah. John, I'm right behind you. All right, we're thinning out right here too, man.
My man, just go ball at that point.
Yeah, just take
he's farther along. Just that point, but he's in Hollywood.
Yeah, just take that out. But yeah, I thought the match was good. What do you think of this match as a match? Because it took them a while to get the crowd going and to get the crowd into it. I think just because it was a more technical match that played with like the showmanship that Toni Storm's character brings. But what do you think of the match as a match itself?
The match was honestly so good. Like I think they played it well. There's like the one part obviously where I thought Deonna was gonna get the belt. Even like I honestly was going into this one thinking that they could have gone either way. But the more I thought about it, I'm like, it just makes sense for Toni Storm to keep holding on to that belt, whether it be holding on to it for a returning Jamie Hayter. That was another thing that I thought would happen this pay-per-view, and a lot of people thought that Jamie Hayter would finally be ready to be back for. Maybe it'll be Dynasty at this point or Big Business. I mean. I know Big Business is Mercedes, right? But you never know right now, right? There's a lot of people on the debut and return spectrum right now that it could happen now at any time. Now that it didn't happen at Revolution, fuck, man. Every week, this is almost like a smart tactic here. Every week of Dynamite from now going forward is going to be a must-watch because you want to know who's going to show up.
Yeah, who's showing up, who's coming back, who's coming in.
Exactly. So,
did you see Mercedes' Instagram story?
Yeah, I just took her
where she was
Big
like, I'm
Business
done.
In Tokyo.
Yeah. Yeah. So for anybody who doesn't know, Mercedes was a presenter at the Anime Awards in Japan. And on her story, she's like, on my way back to the States, got finished with Big Business, all in capital letters, in Japan. And now I'm going back. Like okay.
If you didn't know at this point, bro, you're living under a rock. Like literally the fucking almost the exact same Boss Town logo is literally in the fucking background of the advertising poster. Hilarious.
I mean, Kyle was talking before we went live. We were talking before we went live of how much we would freak out. I mean, I'm going to be there live, but how much we would freak out if like Sky's the Limit starts playing.
I weirdly think because CFO has nothing to do with the WWE anymore.
That's what I'm saying. And that song is not on streaming platforms.
It's not. It's not owned, and I really don't think it's owned by WWE anymore. I think the only people that have a rights to it right now are CFO, and if they, depending on the relationship that Mercedes has with them, Tony Khan can throw the bag. Tony Khan has bought the song that is the most expensive song to buy the rights for ever out of any song ever.
Like
3 times. So I'm not putting it past them to buy Sky's the Limit. So, and Mercedes literally tweeted out the lyrics from that song when they announced Big Business. So, why didn't she reference her own theme song? I know she says like 5 words, but I don't know. It's just either way.
It's exciting, bro. It's exciting times. It's exciting times with the women.
Yeah.
I feel like this doesn't kill Deonna's momentum because like Mariah getting involved. And like technically Tony did tap just the ref didn't see it. It was all this stuff like This is why I thought Britt Baker was going to come out. I thought they were going to like beat her up after, and then Britt would come for the save because we know Britt and Deonna are very close. But all in time, be patient, right? Tonight was about Sting. Exactly. Tonight was about Sting. Let's, keep all the focus on him tonight, which was really cool.
Next week,
another match. Yeah, Big Business is in next week.
Yeah.
Next week. But whatchamacallit? So let's talk about it. Will Ospreay to Takeshita. So here's the beauty of Will Ospreay, right? You have all these expectations. And he fucking nails it every time. Like, to me, and I might be going crazy here. Stop me if I'm crazy, Kyle. Ospreay and Takeshita have this special chemistry that they showed last night. It reminded me of Kenny and Okada.
Yeah.
But in reverse. So obviously it took Kenny so long to beat Okada.
Yeah.
What if they do Takeshita and Ospreay the same way?
And it takes,
because to an American audience, Takeshita is like brand new.
It takes Takeshita so long to beat
Ospreay, and he gets that respect because Takeshita, every time you put him in a moment where he has to show he belongs, he shows he belongs. You're in a ring with somebody who has had almost every match he fights nowadays, especially last year, match of the year candidates. These incredible moments, everybody's loving it. Even this year so far, Okada, Zack Sabre Jr., like everyone's loving these matches. And the guy that he fought at Rev Pro, which I still have to see the match. Everybody's saying it's like the greatest match.
Me too. Of all time. I keep getting told that too.
But like, you step up and they had a fucking unbelievable match. We were talking about it earlier. That spot in the corner with the brainbuster.
Oh my God.
Where it like hit his ass and his lower back, and it was just like, oh. I thought he got hurt too because, yet again, these wrestlers are so good at their jobs. He rolls over and immediately points at his back.
He's going to have a blue
back. And Bryce is like, his back is
when he's wrestling on Wednesday, it's going to be blue. There'll be some KT tape. It'll be wrapped 100%. There's no way.
But it was just, the match was unbelievable. Yeah. And, the one spot that I was talking about made me throw my glasses was the fucking Os Cutter to a blue Thunder Bomb counter.
That was incredible.
I'm like, fucking what?
Like, to have the ability to do that spot is absolutely unbelievable, man. Like,
and then fucking all the transitions to suplexes and
that late in the match. Hold up,
Spanish Fly.
The one that people are complaining about because of not selling and blah 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 blah. That spot. To have done that at that point in the match, dude, with the fatigue level that low, holy shit, that takes a lot of fucking power and effort to pull that off clean at that point in the match. Unbelievable.
Jackie's saying, how the hell did he even do that? Exactly, bro. Like, what makes you even think that to do that, right? But it's just like, and then this is like a new love for me now. I love when wrestlers kick out at one.
Oh, that was
fucking... And the crowd goes ballistic.
Yeah. After that whole sequence, too, though, that was nuts.
Yeah, like you get the boom, 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 boom. And then one, come on. Like, remember when Kenny kicked out at one at Forbidden Door? Like, stuff like that. I'm just like, holy shit. Like, they kicked out at one. Like, it's just, and Will Ospreay is just so fucking good. And for the life of me, how does he not actually hurt people with the hidden blade? I don't understand how it sounds and looks so brutal.
Yeah.
And these people aren't dead because it's just a fucking elbow to the back of the head.
Well, the kicking out of one thing, too. The best moment for that ever. Wasn't that Forbidden Door? Was that the first? Was it the first? Yeah, the first Revolution. When it was Hangman and Kenny against the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave Kenny the BTE trigger. Mm-hmm. And they went to pin him that late in the match. And he kicked out at one. And that caught the whole crowd off guard because it was so late in the match. And the whole, if you go back and watch, the whole crowd instantly jumps up to their feet because Kenny's like hulking up and going nuts. It was that moment gives me chills.
And people get mad though, the no selling. I'm like,
for fuck's sake.
This is why you have to.
It's a useless nitpick.
Expand your fucking.
They do it in the WWE. Like, fuck off. I hate that discourse. They do it in the WWE.
Not only that, like, it's a New Japan thing. It's like fighting spirit. like you're my.
It's in pro wrestling everywhere. It's literally in every company.
Bro. They're going to hate Okada here.
I don't
Okada
get this.
Is the king of that.
I'm sorry, I don't get this argument when they're complaining about that. I'm like, it's literally in every fucking wrestling company. But because it's AEW, it's like, nope, fuck them, fuck Tony Khan, fuck AEW. Fucking, it drove me nuts to see that discourse yesterday. I'm like, are you fucking for real? You can't simply just say that, wow, they put on a good pay-per-view. Good for them. Nope. It's got to be like, oh, well, they don't sell like they used to. Like, fucking get a fucking
They don't
life.
sell like they used to, but Okada, fucking Takeshita hits Ospreay with a clothesline that he fucking somersaults selling. He's like, the fucking spot. Like, come on, man.
Give me a fucking break.
It's like Steffi saying Okada's the king of no selling. I'm telling you, bro, people are not gonna like Okada once they realize who he is and how he wrestles. But it's the fighting spirit of Japan.
That's probably why he chose.
People hate when Eddie Kingston do it.
They're like, Okada, if you sign WWE, you're gonna have to cut it out with the no selling. Oh, okay. Tony Khan, hey.
Yeah. Okada, start bumping like Dolph Ziggler. Yeah. No, who was the fucking idiot everybody got mad at? The dude from the Iron Savages. The guy hit with a famouser, hit flat, and then fucking hopped out of the ring like Shawn Michaels. Like, all right, bro. That's what you want? That's the alternate.
Hilarious, though. Shawn Michaels did that match against Hogan, like, on purpose, because he didn't want to.
Well,
he wanted to go over. So he's like, all right, let me just extra sell your ass.
Yeah, just to go fucking ballistic, right? Yeah. But, man, what a fucking match. Obviously, like, I haven't seen the Rev Pro match. But my favorite match of the year. Like, I've watched it twice. I want to watch it again. The hard hitting. Like, to me, this is what I think AEW does best. And New Japan does it incredible, better than anybody. But as a North American product, AEW does it the best, which is just let them wrestle. These are athletes. These are competitors. Like, we got the bare minimum of a story. We're in the same group. Let's see who's better. Yep. Let's see who the real alpha king is. And fucking let's just have an unbelievable match. And really, let's see how good Takeshita really is.
Exactly. So fuck all y'all with the no-selling. Bitch, you came from an era with the king of no-selling. Hulk Hogan literally, his finishing move was started with a no-sell that led to his finishing move. Okay? The guy fucking hulks up and no-sells. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Undertaker fucking sits up after everything.
Yeah.
All right?
Like, get the fuck out of here.
All right? Triple H no-sells everything that's happening with his father-in-law. Yeah. It's what happens in the company.
Yeah. They are the kings of they invented no-selling, all right?
Yeah, but fuck, man. It's just unbelievable. Like Jackie said, the shit that they come up with in the matches.
It was so good,
especially with them too.
That match is an all-timer. It's one of the matches of the year so far.
Easily.
It's so good, and you know they didn't. I thought for sure we would get the final separation, but eventually it looks like they will. It looks like he's he's facing Kyle Fletcher on Wednesday, which Wednesday looks like it's gonna be the new Dynamite logo and set. The tunnels are, I guess, coming back in a special way, so that's gonna be cool.
Are they really?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Andrew Zarin said he saw the sketch or whatnot, the preview of the set, and he says it looks fucking amazing, and the tunnels are back. So
fuck yeah.
Which is good because that's AEW, right? That was their signature to do the double tunnels. You know what I mean? Like people fell in love with that, and people are all excited. Everyone, as soon as that discourse went on Twitter, everyone was going nuts. Everyone's like, yes, bring back tunnels. Everyone loved the tunnels.
Hell yeah. I'm hyped about that.
But, yeah, it's incredible. Nothing really much else to say. It looks like he's going to run through the Down Callis family until the eventual split because Okada.
Yeah, he's way too.
He's going to be the biggest baby face they're ever probably going to have. He's going to be a mega baby face. It's going to be unreal. Unfucking real.
Yeah. And shout out to Kyle because he asked the fans to do the chant, and they did the chant.
Greensboro brought the heat, and I loved how they shortened his theme song. So now that by the time he gets to the end of the ramp, it cuts into that part of the song that they can now it's gonna happen like every time he comes to the ring. So Wednesday, I know there's only like 3,000 tickets sold, but Duluth, Georgia, with the 2,000 to 4,000 seat arenas are still loud, right? When it comes across on TV, they still sound really loud. So Duluth, Georgia, I need you guys to bring the heat.
Don't worry, hopefully, my bucket list thing of getting to see Will Ospreay wrestle live happens on the 13th.
You're either going to get Will Hobbs or the other guy.
What other guy?
The other guy from Aussie Open.
No, he's hurt, bro.
Oh, he's hurt? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he ain't coming
so
back.
you
no
for
time
sure
soon.
getting Will Hobbs in.
Yo, I'll take Will Hobbs
and
versus
Osprey,
Will
man.
Ospreay.
That match gonna be interesting.
Yeah. So now we go to the triple threat match for the world title. Joe, Hangman, Swerve. Saw a lot of discourse online that people were surprised Swerve didn't win, and I'm thinking,
It's not his time.
is this your first fucking time?
Yeah.
Watching wrestling.
They ain't watched. They haven't watched the story this far. They can't.
Here's the thing, right? Tell me if I'm wrong, Kyle. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Swerve winning the title is going to be a big deal, to the point where it's not going to happen in a multi-man match. When Swerve wins, it's going to be in a one-on-one match. Really pushes the theme home more that in this match, he full-fledged turned into a babyface by not hitting Joe with Nana's bandana to win the match. And Hangman at the same time hitting the referee. So it was like clear as day now. He's the heel.
They mentioned on commentary, they're like, did Hangman, lose, or did he in his head, because he's doing everything he can so that Swerve doesn't win the belt, gave up because he knew that means that Swerve doesn't have a chance. So I love and
it's like with Hangman going away, storyline reason why. It opens up I know Wardlow won the match, and we don't even talk about the fucking stupid battle royal shit. Or whatever the fuck it was called.
All-Star Scramble.
Yeah. So Wardlow gets a title shot now. We don't know when, we don't know how. Wardlow and Joe is gonna be cool, and Dynasty. It would be, I think, at Double or Nothing, Swerve is gonna win the belt in Vegas.
Ooh.
Like, that's where he is going to be crowned the champion, and it'll be all worth it.
I'm countering that. I think by then it'll be Will Ospreay, and if all stars align, Ospreay will have a summer with the belt until All In, and that's where this goes back to when our first return podcast, where I said it would be amazing if it's Swerve and Ospreay in All In, and Swerve wins the belt in Ospreay's home fucking country.
But I think they would do it backwards, wouldn't they? Like, let Ospreay win it there. Since Swerve is a babyface now.
I don't want to give Swerve a 2-month title run. Swerve, if he wins the belt,
why does Ospreay have to win at Wembley?
Because he's won world titles before. It means a bigger deal to Swerve than Ospreay winning the world title.
No, but I'm saying, like, I want Ospreay. Like, we could wait on Ospreay. He ain't going nowhere. He just got here. You know what I mean? Give him Jericho.
Then you're gonna have to have Joe hold the belt. I'm fine if Joe holds the belt till fucking Wembley.
That's it.
I'm completely
Will
fine with
Ospreay, Jeff Jarrett, main event of All In for the King of Mountain Championship.
Because there's also Forbidden Door that happens in June after Double or Nothing. They do like the special event like Fyter Fest and whatnot. Maybe if they do that again, then you're going into All In. It kind of seems like if they're going to do Arthur Ashe this year in June, they're not going to do Grand Slam this year, so we don't have to worry about Grand Slam happening.
Breaks my heart.
I don't know. It's just
Grand Slam is becoming a pay-per-view.
Maybe it's just me then. I would absolutely love if it's Swerve winning that belt in a fucking giant stadium like that, because that means a lot then, right? He's going to be the first African American world champion.
Yeah, but that's so long away, bro. That's in like the fucking end of August.
That's fine.
Nah, I don't want to wait that long, bro. I'm selfish. Give me it in Vegas.
So Swerve wins it in Vegas. Like, what? You're gonna just give him a 2-month title run? You're not gonna let him?
No, because I don't want Ospreay to win in Wembley.
So what's he gonna do at Wembley?
I don't know. Trios match with the Righteous.
Man.
I don't know, bro. If Nigel can't get cleared,
if he's gonna be I only said because I think he's gonna be pushed as the mega babyface of this company. He's going to be unless it's going to be like, I don't know, unless
either way,
MJF.
we eating good, bro. Ospreay or Swerve is champion, but I think Swerve should win, like before. But I do agree, I don't want Swerve to have a short title run. But either way, it'd be good. I mean, the triple threat was fucking excellent.
It was honestly amazing. And Joe
Hangman, I never thought Hangman would be such a good heel. I know he did this when he was in Ring of Honor. He was a heel.
His dad was at ringside.
Was he?
Magnum TA.
Oh, yeah, exactly. He was. Yo, bro, I heard. Speaking of Magnum TA and Magnum TA's stepdaughter, which is Tessa Blanchard, I heard that
No way.
they're
Is it
opening
really?
up. Yes, his stepdaughter. I heard that they are opening up the forbidden door for the CMLL women to start
Oh.
being involved in AEW. And
Well, yeah, because
obviously, it's
what's her name? Was talked about at the presser.
yes, her. That
Yeah.
girl, obviously, they're talking about her, but Tessa works for CMLL.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so curious
Give me
at the
what I
relationship
want.
there and what Tony Khan thinks.
Listen, bro. Just give me what I want, bro.
Yeah.
She can lose every match. I just want to see her.
We'll see.
Fuck Sexy Star, bro. Wait, Sexy Star? No, Sexy Star is not the.
I don't
Not
remember
that Sexy Star. No. It was the chick that's the champion there. I think everybody talks about it's like one of the best women's wrestlers. Yeah, something like that.
I want to say her name's Stephanie, but anyways.
But yeah, the triple threat's awesome. Yeah. Fucking Joe is the man. Joe starts the match off doing his fucking awesome spot.
He dusted the belt off after at Swerve looking right at him while Swerve was like almost crying. God, he just like Joe's like, and I tweeted this. I'm like, Joe has literally proven time and time again that this guy is like the ultimate badass that you want as a world champion. And he lives this, and
he's not a heel or a baby face. He's just Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
and that's cool. He just lives in shades of gray, and he pulls it off so well. And he's a fucking badass. Stephanie, fuck? Jackie, put the name in the chat.
Oh, Stephanie Vaquer. Vacour? I don't know how to say that last name. Anyways, her. But
yeah, that girl.
Yeah, but Joe, and I put like the aura that this guy like carries himself is unmatched. Like no one, I don't think, can do what Joe does as the guy that's just like, okay, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of both of you, and like no one, like anyone that claps back is just like, okay, no, we don't believe you. Joe's gonna kick your ass. Like when Joe says he's gonna kick someone's ass, you're like, yep, he's gonna kick somene's ass.
But see, that's what I love to hear because he's always said that, but he loses. Here, he's winning.
Yeah, exactly. He's not a rain poncho at ringside, which hilariously, I thought for sure that they were going to start this match with Hangman and Swerve just at each other's throats, and Samoa Joe's just going to leave the ring and go sit at commentary, even put like a rain poncho on.
That would be fucking hilarious. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, when Swerve wins the belt, I want it to be in a one-on-one match. So Joe winning here, I'm okay with. Especially, like Kyle said, he choked out Hangman. So Swerve is still kept safe.
Yep.
And Swerve's momentum doesn't stop. So I don't know. It's just really cool. I'm happy.
It'll be interesting to see what Dynasty's like then. Because, like, it looks like that's probably going to be Wardlow. And Joe at Dynasty. And Joe retain again. Or I don't know what happens with that. Because obviously, right, it may be... I don't know. It's going to be interesting now to see what they do now. Because they originally said that Cole was going... Remember what Cole's like, we're going to have Wardlow win the belt for me.
And then give it to me.
And then give it to me. Or maybe, like, you know, at least get a title shot and give it to me. What if now, like, Wardlow's getting prime ready for... Like, what if now is the time that Adam Cole's ready? And, you know, he takes the shot away from Wardlow. And then Wardlow costs Cole the match. He did. Remember, he tweeted that picture of the ring?
Yeah.
That's how he screwed MJF.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I don't know if that's a little Easter egg.
A little Easter egg. That's true. Yeah. I didn't realize that. Oh, it's almost like you're doing your own homework.
Yeah. It's like I know because I've been watching for years.
Every week, yeah.
Oh, man, that would be insane. Then you set up Double or Nothing, a match between Wardlow and Adam Cole. Just because, like, the history there. Like, there you go. Like, it's going to be a great 2024. We're already, like, fucking, like...
It really is.
Like, we're only one pay-per-view down, and it's already, like... If they ended the year tomorrow, I'd be like, all right, I'm sold.
Great year.
Let's go to 2025. Let's go.
Yeah. But, so the last thing we'll talk about is probably the most important thing. So we get the main event, Sting and Darby versus the Bucks. That entrance that they gave Sting.
Oh man.
So two things, right? And I'll say the bad thing second, so Kyle could rant because I'm enjoying this right now. So first thing, I think it's really cool, and I did call it before it happened. Sting's sons come out dressed like different versions of him, which I thought were really cool.
Phil called this like literally an hour and a half before this even happened.
Yeah, I was like, that's what I think is gonna happen. That'd be really cool. Now the part that I want Kyle to rant about is I hate that AEW allowed WWE to use AEW footage for the Cody Rhodes documentary. That's really good. If you haven't watched it, check it out. They didn't let them use Sting footage. And now you're saying, why would WWE let them use WWE footage? No, bro. They wanted to use WCW footage that WWE will never fucking air ever again. So, like, just let us use it because it's Sting's last match and he means so much to the business. And, like, I'm sure Kyle will mention in his rant, every company that's out there is putting thank you Sting except WWE. So it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this Sting should be beyond companies. And you should be able to thank him as a legendary wrestler who was in your company for a short amount of time. But why would you not let him use that footage? And AEW did the best they could. They were showing a lot of stuff from Japan and like pictures of him with Ultimate Warrior, like without the face paint and stuff, so like they can kind of get around it. But like still, it's like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, let this man get the footage. And Isaac is saying, you know how petty WWE is. Yeah, but like, it's Sting, bro. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, fucking Christ, let them use the footage. It's not like they want it for fucking John Moxley. You know what I mean? Like, they want it for Sting. This is somebody who's like beyond even WWE. Like, he's like NWA days.
A guy who's fucking transcended this fucking industry.
Exactly. All right, Kyle, go ahead.
Like,
let me hear that shit.
But we know, okay, for one, petty fucks. Fuck you, WWE.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly. Fuck the Fed.
This is literally a time where you're gonna hear me say it. Fuck the Fed. Like, honestly, what the fuck, man? You honestly, a company like TNA, who clearly there's not really a great relationship with AEW for whatever reason, that is what that is. But they were able to tweet out "Thank you, Sting." They were able to tweet out some stuff about, "Oh, check out Sting's history with TNA."
Yeah.
But not one fucking little tweet can come out of that company. This is what I mean. This is why they condition their fans and why the way WWE fans are.
Mm-hmm.
Because of this fucking company literally converts their fans this way. You tell me that you couldn't literally send one fucking little tweet. One little tweet saying, "Thank you, Sting," and like a picture of him in. You didn't have to use WCW. You didn't have to use anything else. You could have used. You have footage and props from when he was in WWE that short time. You're telling me you couldn't fucking post anything? Just that alone just shows you how fucking petty and ridiculous that company is off the bat. Two, are you kidding me? You couldn't lend AEW to do a simple tribute video to a guy who's literally, again, transcended this industry just for a fucking small promo package. Just footage of him in WCW where he, to be real, Sting is Sting because of his time in not only NWA, but WCW. All the shit he did in WCW is what transcended him after that. What he did with the character he had in TNA from WCW, the character he's had here in AEW from WCW, the look, the presentation, it's all from his time in WCW. The fact that you couldn't let AEW use that footage is absolutely fucking pathetic, and I hope and I pray to God. I know Tony Khan sometimes wants to be the bigger man, turn the other cheek and be the bigger man and just kind of do it, but if WWE ever comes back and asks for any kind of footage for anyone that goes over after, or if they want more Cody footage, you'd give them a big fucking fuck you. Go fuck yourself little message back to them. Because that is absolutely fucking pathetic for a legend in this industry who had a legendary time in WCW, NWA, a legendary time in TNA, a legendary time in AEW. The man went fucking 29-0, and they fucking gave a legend the proper exit. Also that, WWE, take fucking notes from AEW. That's how you retire a legend. This exact run, that's how you do it. Every single time a legend's gone in that company, come back for like a last run, they fucked it up. They've done it wrong. This is absolutely fucking embarrassing. and you should be a fucking shame of yourselves for not letting giving any of this footage for a simple tribute pack. It's not like this is gonna like win them a boost in the ratings or whatever. Literally, it's just WCW footage. That's all it is. Absolutely fucking pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. You guys, I don't know how that company, anyone that's, I know they're not listening here, but anyone that fucking company has to deal with that. I don't know how you fucking wake up this morning and look at yourselves in the mirror after this whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Shame on you. Shame on fucking you. End of rant.
Good.
Yeah.
But
That's
as far
like
as the
good
match,
stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, as far as the match, like, I mean, we can talk about it right away. Darby Allin is going to die in the ring. Like, I love this guy so much. This man's going to die in the ring, and I don't want to see it, but that was one of the most insane fucking bumps. I was showing people at work that don't even give a shit about wrestling.
Bro.
Like, yo, look
I
at
did
this fucking
too.
bump, bro.
I literally did today too.
Hey, random person who doesn't give a shit about wrestling. Look at this shit, bro.
Yeah.
This is why I came in late today, because I couldn't sleep. Because I saw a man jump recreate the fucking spot. Yo, remember?
Did all four of them say the same thing that the four people I showed to say? Is that real glass?
No, they didn't say that.
Yeah.
They were just like, Jesus Christ.
I'm
whatever.
like,
but,
usually it'd be prop glass, but knowing Darby, I'm like, that's probably real glass.
It's real glass.
Yeah.
Everybody was sharing the Jungle Boy gifts after.
Yeah.
It was funny. But was it on our podcast, or did I hear Sammy on another podcast say that him and Darby have like this competitive relationship where they have to like one up each other?
I'm pretty sure that was ours.
So like Sammy does that spot and it's through a table, and Darby's like, bro, watch this. Here's some fucking glass
table.
And the craziest part, and I showed Brittany a few times, and every time it gets her, it's like he lands and he's on his stomach, and you see the blood like beep, 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 all throughout his back.
Dude.
Just start little by little, and you're like, oh my God. And then Tony Schiavone's like, he can bleed out. It's like,
literally. Yeah, for real. Like,
he can bleed out.
That's a real statement. That's not a Fed statement. That's literally.
He can really bleed out there because this dude's a fucking absolute maniac.
It carved. I think it was a top.
But I love him so much.
If you're looking at Darby's back straight on the top left, I think it carved. Like he was gonna need some stitches there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But can you imagine even after they have to like dig out like little tiny shards of glass out of his back? How long that must have taken after? Oh my God.
The craziest thing to me is that he does that and he's having a match at Big Business. Like, what the fuck? Like, they should have gave this dude like 2 months off. Like, go away.
Oh, his back is gonna be like I can't wait to see like what his actual back looks like unless they're gonna cover
afterwards.
it with paint. Like my God, like. But
Darby, and then the match
that's
itself,
Darby, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's Darby. That's what he does. And
as I was
explaining to the people I work with, like he got thrown down cement steps, like at stadium steps. Like not like, oh, let me roll you. Like he was airborne, landed, and fucking rolled down the steps.
He literally, when in his off time, does like crazy skateboard stunts. And falls all the time.
So whatever.
I say it all the time. The part in Harry Potter in the second movie where they go and Harry breaks his arm, and then the one professor turns his arm into like that bendable fucking arm. That's Darby all over.
That's Darby.
Like all over though.
His whole body is just bendable.
Yeah.
So fucking Bendy's figure.
He's selling. He doesn't hurt. He's just selling.
But the match itself, besides that crazy spot, was also really good. Sting did some crazy shit, getting fucking suplex off the stage through a table. What? And then with the glass, the Bucks are going through this. Nope, 64-year-old Sting. Exactly. Sting goes through the glass like
in his last match.
Sting goes through the table. Sting goes fucking through the table with suplex on the outside by the stage. It's just like, and the best part, the Bucks put him through the table and he gets right back up. Like, let's go, baby.
That was
no selling all day.
But that's what Sting was known for back in the day too. Like it's nothing new.
Yeah,
to him.
Exactly.
That's just him.
Oh,
That's what Sting is. And man, there were so many cool spots in this match. I love like the Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. That caught me off guard, and the crowd popped for that. Ric Flair, it is what it is. I the only thing I loved about the whole Ric Flair thing was they recreated the Shawn Michaels moment,
I love
but
you.
they said we fucking hate you.
Yeah. We're not sorry.
We're not sorry. We hate you. And then double super kick them. I wish, the only tiny little nitpick I will with that, I wish it was like
to Rick
Flair. No, but Ric Flair like jumping on his body and like crying, and then Matt Jackson going over to the other corner and then doing the super kick motion and then saying that, but saying, I'm not sorry. I hate you. And then super kicking him.
That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But it's just, so I am shocked that, so leading up to this, I would have told you, I think Sting's going to lose, right? We've in all these interviews, the books, all the shit that comes out with older wrestlers, they always talk about wanting to go out on their back. We heard reports recently that Sting didn't want to win the tag titles. He had to be convinced. So I was assuming, all right, he's going to use this match to get the Bucks over as like these crazy heels to like kind of restore the tag division. But as the night was going along, and especially as the main event was going along, I was like, fuck, you got to have Sting win. You got to have Sting win. Like, this is a moment, and I don't want him to fuck it up because the pay-per-view has been damn near perfect. Besides that All-Star Scramble, it has been a perfect pay-per-view. So, like, let's not ruin it by giving people what they don't want in the main event so it kind of messes up your perception of what the pay-per-view is. But having Sting win, getting that moment, the confetti falling, Darby, the fucking rubber man coming in the ring, just broken.
The rubber man.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people I saw earlier, Steffi was talking about it. So, like, they cut off Sting.
It's out of WWE. Like, it's out of AEW's control. Like, they can't do that.
It's the pay-per-view thing. And Sting kept talking. Darby told him 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And then Darby kept whispering, which I would assume would be like...
It's a legal thing. They can't. They'll get sued by the pay-per-view companies if they do it. Like, they can't do it. Like, they can't... They don't have a finger on the button. Like, literally, the company will turn it off for them. They can't control that. It's literally... It is what it is.
But, and the whole clip is up online. So whatever.
But hey, with the whole WBD deal at the end of the year with HBO Max, if they transition the pay-per-views to HBO Max, there you go. Maybe they'll have maybe they'll pick their 4, like Full Gear, Double or Nothing, All Out, and Revolution. Those will be like the paid pay-per-views, and all the other ones will be on HBO Max.
Well, probably all
they can do overruns. They can do whatever the fuck they want on a streaming service. Yeah. So I wouldn't doubt they do that. So
yeah. I can't wait for AEW to go to Saudi Arabia. You know.
They'll go to India. If there's a stadium over there, I don't know, but they might go because I know like they have a big Indian team with like Sanjay Dutt is part of it with Satnam Singh's like the their cover athlete over there. So, but anyways, regardless of that, back to Sting here. Wow, I mean, if the Bucks had won, I think the only thing that kind of would have not saved it, but would have been cool if they had done it. Even if with them winning, they could have done this moment. It would have been cool to see, like, even if the Bucks won, that they would still do like the clap after, right? The Bucks would leave the arena with the belts, and then Sting would get up and there'd be a hug with Darby, and the crowd would still do the same thing. So it would have been a cool moment. But it would be really cool if they had done it. And I'm fine they didn't do it, but it'd be really cool if there was a moment where Sting looks at Darby and hands him the bat. He says, "Now take it, bud."
And then Darby takes the bat moving forward.
Yeah, like a passing of the torch.
Yeah,
that would have been a really cool moment. But
instead, we got what I thought was my favorite moment, which happened in the clip that AEW put up of what got cut off on the pay-per-view, which was Sting's talking and he's thanking everybody and he's thanking the crowd and all these people. And then Darby randomly comes back and goes, "Hey guys, just want to say thank you, Sting. I love you so much. I'm gonna go get out of here, go to the hospital real quick." And Sting's like, "Hey Darby, text me, let me know you're okay." As Darby's walking out.
Oh man, it's cool. I mean, so shouts to someone I've recently talked to. He works for Bleacher Report. Oh my god, I forgot his name already. He's a doctor, but he writes for Bleacher Report Wrestling. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting your name. It's just been a long day. But I just recently talked to him, and he said that he actually recently interviewed Sting. And based off that interview, he said that it looks like he kind of wants to step away from wrestling, and he actually has an interest in real estate. Even though, like, it was said in the presser that Tony Khan has asked him to work backstage. Probably not right away. I think maybe, he's going to obviously take a very long vacation, which is a must-needed vacation. And then, dip his feet into real estate. 'Cause apparently he's a really big real estate guy, and he really wants to get into it. So, Chris Mueller. Yes, I had a conversation recently with him. So I think that not right now, but eventually it's like every wrestler, right? That retires, right? They leave. They're like, they want to go do their own thing. They take a vacation. There's always that itch. There's always going to be that little itch to come back and do
they
something.
Get an energy drink. They want to sell it. They sell it to AEW. They're back in the ring, baby.
No, I don't think he'll be back in the ring. He'll be back.
He won't be back in the ring, but I would love to see Sting backstage.
That, or like, what, if they eventually, which I think they should and hopefully invest in, is have their own performance center in AEW one. You kind of have him come in once in a while and help the kids teach them, right?
I can't wait till they do the eventual AEW Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And we can see Sting going. I mean, we can all agree the first nominee.
How long do you have to think you have to be to have a company, to have a Hall of Fame?
10 years.
I know my EFED took 2 years, but
I think 10 years.
10 years?
If you can make 10 years. And we all agree the first nominee is going to be Brody.
Yeah, 100%.
Which I was telling this to Brittany the other day. Like, I love that they still say, and you know what time it is.
Yeah. Every single week.
I love it.
And
so
much. And they
said it during the pay-per-view. You know what that means.
Yeah. Yes,
I love it so much.
They said it in the presser, Isaac, that the tag belts are vacant.
They're doing a tournament.
They're doing a tournament. Yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Bulletproof to win the whole thing. Prince Phillium and RSG, baby.
Oh, that's where you guys went. All right, gotcha.
Yeah, we signed to AEW. Sorry.
You went to the other company. I gotcha.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, that's what fuck the Fed meant on your shirt in AWF. So fuck the AWF Fed.
Yeah. Listen, Prince Phillium's 1-0 at WrestleVersary, baby. I'm undefeated. Let's go, bro.
Oh, man. I'm excited for 2K24, actually. There's some cool stuff.
I'm undefeated. And when you go into next year's WrestleVersary, I'm going to quit the company so I can never lose.
You're going to retire.
Undefeated,
You're retire right before the night before.
Yeah, the night before. I'm done. Last match. But all in all, an incredible night. Any final words, Kyle?
Oh, man, it was so
before we get out of here.
Honestly, I tweeted out, this was an all-timer. It was...
Yep.
Like, this is shout-outs to Andy on Twitter. Like, why is every AEW pay-per-view better, like the greatest pay-per-view of all time? Like, the greatest AEW pay-per-view. Like, this, it's just... They hit.
Incredible.
They hit because they know how... regardless of what people want to think, AEW knows how to tell stories, regardless of what they think they are telling stories or not. If you're paying attention, you're watching, you see it unfold, and they know how to do payoffs. They always do it so well. And it happens, and I say this, I've said it even before we took our break. I was saying it back then too. I'm like, you have to give this company patience because it may not look like it's going in the right direction at first, but they always spin it in the right direction. And every single time, by the time we get to the pay-per-view, it's always they always hit. They always do a good job with completing the story or continuing the story. Exhibit A, the triple threat match today, right? Like yesterday, the world title. That match, that story is going to kind of continue off this because Hangman has screwed Swerve into winning. Like, did he actually lose, or did he do it on purpose because he didn't want Swerve to win the belt? Like, they put that seed in there. So it was an absolutely all-time pay-per-view. So amazingly done, and now I can't wait. Now we got Dynasty in April. Double or Nothing probably going to be the very last weekend in May, which will be the Memorial Day weekend, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they'll move it to like the beginning of June, and then like who knows where. Maybe like I can see them happening like beginning of June, Double or Nothing, and then that last weekend, the 22nd, 23rd of June, being like the Forbidden Door, because Forbidden Door technically is not an AEW pay-per-view per se. It is a pay-per-view, but it's more like us against other companies, right? There's not too many stories going on. It's more like this guy versus this guy, fantasy matches. Yeah. So that's my guess.
AEW when it's at its E-Fetus.
Yeah, basically.
100%, bro.
But yeah, I love the whole look of the Dynasty poster. That was really well done.
Yeah, it looked really
Like,
cool.
props to you guys.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That looked really, really cool.
Yeah.
But as we get out of here, I want to thank you guys for listening to an extra long episode of Elite POV. We thank you guys for listening. And
Yeah.
any final words, Kyle, before we get up out of here?
I know, guys, we're not doing this weekly. Like, me and Phil have lives here. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So if we do ever pop up with an episode, we'll usually tweet on the day of, or if we figure out the day before, we'll tweet saying we're going to come back. It is what it is. We would love to do a full-time schedule, but unfortunately we can't. So
Life's tough.
Yeah, life's tough. But when we can,
gotta
we come
work.
back.
Gotta save money.
The next couple of weeks, there's going to be a lot
money.
of stuff happening, so guaranteed there'll be another episode coming up soon, because Okada's for sure look like maybe debuting this week, if not next week. Mercedes coming in next week for sure.
Exactly.
The potential returns of Britt and Jamie, maybe that'll even be next week as well. So we'll
Hey,
see.
maybe the third week after that, Jackie Rodriguez comes back.
Yeah, and they're going.
We can only hope.
And they go into the Canada tour, baby. I might
Jackie
be going to the
Rodriguez
London show. I might be
in the out of Canada show. We don't know.
I might be going to experience, because I've done the Rampage, the Dynamite, and the AEW pay-per-views. I've yet to do a Collision. Collision is coming to Canada. It's about a 2.5 hour drive for me. At the end of March, the last Saturday there, the Collision's in London, Ontario. I might
Collision
go
Cowboy, baby.
I'll be keeping an eye on tickets. Tickets are actually pretty good, so I might actually go. Yeah. But regardless of that, I'm done. Any final words, Phil?
Yeah.
It's all yours. If not, end the show.
Thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Remember, you don't need a hat to be a cowboy. And we swerve while we drive.